Okay, so as in the last class we have discussed about the basic introduction to the spectrum, right? In today's video we're gonna study about the types of mediums, right? In the last class, as I said you that when a light or a ray of visible light will gonna pass through any medium. Now that medium can be transparent as well as translucent too, right? So in today's video we're gonna discuss about the types of the medium. Now as you can see we have two types of medium, right? As you can see here we have two types of medium. The one is transparent medium and another is translucent, or we can also say that is opaque medium. Now what do we include in the transparent medium, right? Let me write here what do we include here in this medium. We include oil drop, water drop, prism, right? What do we include here is oil drop, water drop, and prism, right? These are all what? These are all transparent medium. However, translucent medium or opaque medium, which does not allow light to pass through it, or it allows a bit, is known as translucent or opaque medium, which includes atom or element, and it can include molecule as well. So let me write here this two. What do we include here is atom or atoms combined physically together and they form element, right? And molecule, right? So we have two types of medium, transparent and translucent, that we have discussed. Now let's discuss about the spectrum of the sun, right? For suppose I have a sun here, this is basically what? Sun, right? This is sun. Now let me take a ray of it, and that is known as incident ray, right? Let me take a ray of it, and that is known as incident ray, right? Incident ray. When it get passed through a transparent medium, for example, let me take here the prism, right? So here I have a medium which is prism, right? Let me make it with white color. So this is basically prism. This is what? It is prism. So when this incident ray, which is originated from the source of sun, get passed through the prism, it splits into its 7 constituent colors, right? It splits. Now we have some terms here we're going to discuss about, right? We have 3. The mid one is known as visible region. The lower one is known as invisible, and the upper one is also known as invisible. These both aren't visible, right? This is invisible region, as well as this is invisible region. Right? So this upper region is known as ultraviolet region as well. This invisible region, the upper invisible region, is also known as ultraviolet region. However, the lower invisible region is also known as infrared region, right? Infrared region. Now when this incident ray which is originated from the sun, passes through a medium, transparent medium, which is also known as prism. It splits into its 7 constituent colors. It splits into its 7 constituent color, which are visible, right? Which are visible. Which are visible. These are visible. This is visible, right? Let me make blue too, right? So this is basically visible, and it is also known as VIGBUR. VIGBUR. Let me write this here. VIGBUR. What does mean by this? V means violet, I means indigo, G means green, B blue, Y for yellow, O for orange, R for red, right? VIGBUR, violet, indigo, green, blue, and Y is for yellow, O for orange, and R for red, right? So now the frequency of violet is much greater than the frequency of the red, right? R has the longer wavelength, however it has lower frequency or energy. As compared to this, the violet color has the more frequency, however less wavelength, right? So the red has the wavelength of 750 nanometer. It is 750 nanometer, right? However, the wavelength of violet is 400 nanometer. Now you can see whose wavelength we have more. We have wavelength of red is more greater than the wavelength of visible light, right? And visible light has the more frequency as compared to the color of red, right? So this was all about the spectrum of the sun. In the next class we're going to study about the types of the spectrum, the continuous spectrum and the discontinuous or discrete spectrum.